there, and thanks again for tuning into my channel. Today I'm coming to you with another travel review, and this time we are going to Punta Cana, which is in the Dominican Republic. So if you're interested in hearing my experience while in the DR, then stay tuned to this video. Okay, so when you first go to DR, one thing that people may or may not know is that there is an entrance fee to entering into the country, and we paid $10 in order to get into the country. I went with my family, so upon landing in the Punta Cana airport, before you can leave the airport, you have to pay this $10 fee. I recommend just bringing cash in advance for the amount of people in your party, because like I said, unless you pay, you will not get out of the airport. Okay, it was really hot. It was hot, okay, when I went with my family, and we stayed at the Grand Palladium in Punta Cana. The resort is freaking huge, okay, huge. I will insert some photos so that you can kind of see the layout of the resort. We had a ground floor as well as a second floor accommodations because we were a large party. Overall, the food was pretty good. Now, they have a sister resort, which is Grand Palladium Jamaica, and I will definitely say that the one in Jamaica had like an overall, as far as resort experience, the Jamaica one, it was just like top notch versus the one here. But I also think too it had a lot to do with culturally things are different, as well as just the food options that they had. When you go to all-inclusive places, they're pretty much set up the same way, where there is a main place that you can go to eat. It's more like a marketplace, and then they have specialized restaurants that you can go to every night if you want to get something else to eat. Overall, the food was alright, but like I said, compared to their sister resort in Jamaica, I would say that the food was a lot better. Also, this place had, because it was so large, they had several different areas where you can go and swim. They had several different pool areas, so we were able to go to the main pool where we were able to get cocktails, and then you could go over to like the other side of the resort and partake in like the adult only section. I will say that the beaches, they had a lot of that seaweed that was on the beach, so it was really hard to like kind of hop over that to get to the ocean, but it was still nice. The water was pretty warm whenever we would go in there, so it was a good time there. I will also say too that you have to be mindful that the Dominican Republic, they are, I would say, as far as like, they're not as friendly as people as if you were going to Mexico. And I don't know if it just has something to do with just the overall history of, you know, the country's culture, but I will say that Mexico is a lot friendlier, and the people are more open to having conversations than those in Dominican Republic. Just like with Mexico, you know, they speak Spanish. You will find more black Dominicans in Dominican Republic, especially this part of the Dominican Republic, than you probably see on TV. Like, people kind of forget. We don't want to get into like a quick history lesson, but you know, there are black Dominicans just like, you know, there are black Mexicans and black Cubans and things like that, you know, because of all that stuff. We ain't got to get into that, but there were a lot of, it was just nice to see that there were people close to my complexion or darker down there, and that we were able to get a little bit of a better understanding of the culture down there. We stayed for a week. We went to some of their malls that they had down there. It was next to like the Hard Rock Cafe, which we didn't eat at, but that was there. And that was pretty much it. We didn't do a lot. This was more of like a chill vacation, but I will insert videos along the way, pictures as well as like video segments, so that you can kind of see like what we did while we were there. I would recommend going. I think if I was gonna go to the Dominican Republic, I would go to another part of the Dominican Republic to see how different that is than where we went to. Of course, you always hear, and this is in every country, that they have crime and drugs, but that's every country. So I wouldn't let that deter you from going to DR. It's a beautiful country. The landscaping, I will say, at the Grand Palladium Punta Cana was out of this world. It's a huge resort. The shows were very nice. The food, like I said, would probably be better in Jamaica, but it wasn't bad. It was just, if you had to compare it to like their sister resort, then the sister resort would win as far as like food, but it was still pretty good. We went to like the main market and like some of their the specialty restaurants we went to. So I would definitely go again. And when you're leaving Dominican Republic, you don't have to pay an exit fee, but I will say this, that you might want to get there early. Like I mentioned before, the airport is really small, so there were people who were like trying to come through immigration, trying to get to their terminal, and they was cussing up a storm because they was about to miss their flight. One thing I will say is they do not play, okay? If you don't have your stuff filled out or your paperwork's done, you are not getting to the terminal and you are not coming back home, okay? So make sure you have all that stuff taken care of before you go through like the whole immigration process, so that you can get to your terminal. Because we were actually witnessing this mother. She was frantic trying to get to her, like the plane was about to leave. Of course, you could tell that they were from the US, and she was just like not having it, honey, but they waited till the last minute to get there. So I'm telling you to get there if you can, probably like an hour or two before your flight, so you have enough time to rest. They do have food, but you do want to get there early because the lines are long. It's such a small airport. I will keep reiterating that because it's a small airport and a lot of people come through there. A lot of airlines go to that airport, so just be very mindful of time management. Like if your flight is at noon, you might want to get and have everything situated by like 10, so that you have enough time, especially if you're going with a group of people or older people. Y'all have enough time to do what y'all gotta do, because they don't play. You will miss your flight if you don't have it all together. So that is my review of Punta Cana. Please like this video, and if you want me to continue to do more videos like this, I will leave descriptions of everything I mentioned in this video below. Please subscribe to my channel. I put out videos weekly, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.